and a pen to take notes?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So I guess it's just, oh, here we have someone else.
Hello,
Kirley.
everybody. Yeah,
Hello,
Hello.
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 Kirley.
Hello, I'm so
And we
late.
have
Yeah, hello,
Karina.
hello,
Oh, no, no,
everybody.
you're just fine. Viola, and Karina. Fantastic.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Well, since we have so many, I'll need to be calling on you so we don't have any overlap in everyone. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Welcome to the group. And well, let's just start off with introductions. We have a lot of material to go through, and on this section, we might have to do it in 2 lessons because we only have an hour. So anyway, my name is Gail. I'm from Texas. I'm originally from California, and my area of expertise, of course, is in American accent. Victoria, can you tell me what do you find is your biggest challenge in trying to have a smooth American accent?
Actually, I wasn't trying to have the smooth American accent because, I mean, I tend to have more the Canadian accent because it's more neuter, so it's not so sophisticated as the British accent. And the American, I think it's a bit um, hard to have. I would say so. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
speak with a neuter accent.
Okay. Okay. And so Irene, you can join in. What do you find is most challenging? And Irene's your microphone is off, dear. But that's okay. Let's go on to Karina. What do you find is most challenging?
If I'm honestly, I think some sound they're quite challenging for me. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, they're really difficult.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I
Okay. Well, we'll
I
get to
really
that.
hope you're gonna help us.
Of course. Of course. Yes, you'll be very pleased. Yes. Yes. And Kirale, did I say your name right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Kind of, yeah, yeah. Actually, my name is like Coraline, but yeah, Caroline. Yeah, actually, my English name is Caroline. Yeah, because it sounds similar to like Coraline, like my
Okay.
original name. Yeah, you can call me like Caroline,
Caroline.
my English name. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think the most challenging for me, it sounds because as a non-native like English speaker, I cannot. So I sometimes I cannot like imitate like I cannot sound exactly like a native speaker. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Viola, how about you? What is most challenging for you? Oh, do we have Viola on the line? Perhaps she'll come back. Okay, so with learning a new accent, um, it it is like learning a whole new language, and so a lot of it is mental, communicating from here to here. And okay, Viola is late. That's okay. Um, it's like learning a new language. You'll learn new muscle memories. So your face might start to feel funny. It might hurt a little bit, yeah. And so it's nothing that you can memorize. It's like learning to ride a bicycle or learning how to ski because you have all that muscle memory, learning how to ski or ride a bicycle. Remember when you first tried to ride a bicycle? Yeah.
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 And Yeah. So you had a lot of new coordination, new muscle memory to do. Okay. And so it's not anything you can memorize. It's all a matter of practice and speaking slowly so you can hear what you're doing and feel what your mouth is doing and your tongue, especially your tongue, feel what your tongue is doing. Okay, so the biggest challenge that I find is learning how to relax while you're speaking. Because when we're concentrating on things that are difficult, we get like this, concentrating. And so we need to learn to open up and relax, which is really hard when you're thinking. Yeah. So let's just kind of sit back a little bit. Yeah. And what we want to do to begin with is to stretch out our face. With a big so you can feel it. The American accent is very open, so we want to they do this in acting class, so we can do it here. Wee, way. I know it feels funny, but you can do whoa. Yeah, you're all staring at me like I'm weird. Way, and it's important. You'll know why it's important. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Let's get to the presentation, and let me open my screen here. Screen sharing. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Well, let's start with this one. Can everyone see this? It might take a moment. I also sent this to you as a link. It shows a diagram of the face. And what I want you to notice is the back of the throat is nice and relaxed and open. And that's the sound we're going for. And the front of the mouth is slightly opened and relaxed. Now, the Russian sound is more forward and tight. And let me get back to our main screen so you can see how I'm doing this. Okay, so let me get up closer. So the Russian sound is forward and dark, which is fine if you're speaking Russian. Okay. The American accent is more bright, and back. If you watch Americans speak, it looks like many times they're smiling all the time or not.
Yeah, I've heard
And
of that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Like someone told me that so if you want to have the American accent, you should always smile. Like wide smile on your face, and just like you will sound like a native speaker. I've heard of that.
Well, technically it's true. Not always true, but technically it's true. But it's more of having, I like to think of it as a brightness. Now, I can speak with my mouth very closed and not very bright and speak like this, and I'm not smiling. But, so what we're going to do to begin with is maybe over-enunciate and then bring it down. So we don't want to be speaking like this. That would look funny, right? So we're going to learn about that. Okay, and let me get to the right page. Okay, so I sent everyone the lesson, but I will open it up on screen sharing. Let's get started with that. Okay, just a moment. There we go. The American accent. Today we're going to cover E, I, and It's the schwa, Okay. Yep, that's the schwa. Okay, and so from what I hear, everyone's going to be working with Chinese. Is that correct? With the Chinese?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, learning a new accent or just trying to make yourself sound more clear with an American accent, it takes a lot of time commitment. So, with weekly lessons, you'll slowly see progress, but it can take a year or 2 years to perfect the art of a new accent. So you would definitely see, a significant amount of progress within 6 months, I would say. But it takes time because you're learning new habits, and changing habits, it can be very difficult. It takes a lot of commitment. So we'll be learning the different American vowel sound combinations today, how to measure with your fingers where the vowel sounds come from, and we just talked about relaxing and stretching. That's always important. Okay, I have dealt with the Chinese for a long time, a very long time, and the Chinese have a distrust of people that they don't understand, or if they don't understand your accent, they won't trust you. And I think it's that way in all business. Does anyone find that the Chinese they don't exactly trust you very much?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm so agree with you here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
true.
Mhm. And that's because the Chinese, number two, have a lot of fears. That they're afraid of everything. They're afraid of things that are new. They're afraid of what they don't understand. They're afraid of spiders, butterflies.
Yeah, but there's lots of girls they're afraid of spiders.
Well, spiders maybe wasn't a good example. A lot of people are afraid of spiders, but yeah. But they expect perfection, especially out of their children. Yeah, and so let's see. Victoria, what has been your experience with the Chinese and their expectations?
So at the very beginning, I had a student, and actually, I have him now also. He's 11 years old, and usually his father is always with him during the class. And in the very beginning, they didn't understand like anything. The father became a bit mad or angry. So, and I was trying to speak slowly, like to slow down. Okay, but
Yeah,
now it's
yeah.
actually all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
probably
good.
they got
That's a
used
good
to
thing.
me.
All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, and it takes a lot of patience with the Chinese. You just can't get offended by what they might say or do. It lots of patience with the Chinese. Okay, so we talked about this. The accent training can take up to 2 years. And so setting your priorities with training means practice, practice, practice at home, recording your voice, practicing in the mirror, listening to different sound recordings. Okay, so it's not something you can just suddenly learn and then everything has changed. It takes lots and lots of practice. Lots of practice. Okay. So let's put on our American hat today to practice. Okay. So As we talked before, the Russian tone is more forward. Victoria, I'm listening to your voice. Your tone is a lot forward also. When you speak, it's very tight in the front. We want to bring it back and more bright.
Okay, I see. Okay,
So-
okay.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so here's our diagram of the mouth. Okay, so what I'd like, does everyone have this open on their desktop, on their computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because it would be easier for me just to go back to our main screen here. Just a moment. Okay, so let's get familiar with your mouth. So on that page, what I'd like you to do is the side of your tongue here, and here, and kind of rub it up against your top molars there. Okay, right there. Okay, that's where your tongue should stop when you're saying to keep the back of your throat open. Can I hear everyone?
Uh,
It might feel funny. Now the Russian tongue does this on the We want it to lay flat and lazy. We want a lazy mouth. Lazy mouth. Okay. When we say words like ing, of course your tongue comes up and touches the top of your throat, but let it go lazy again and down. Ing, ing,
Ing.
ing,
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 ing. Very good.
Ing.
Same thing with,
ing.
you need to have a bit back here for your K's. Let it go up and back down because we always want to keep this open here. And that will be a challenge because you're going to be making your tongue do things it doesn't want to do. Yes, indeed. Okay. Okay, so when Americans speak, like I said, they have a little space between their teeth on most words. Okay, so these are all things to remember. Let's start with the first position, the and the I. The and the it's very, very close. I. Now, E, of course, I think is easy for everyone. E. Can I hear your E's? E is very high. E is like this. E. I call E number one. E. Well, when we do the it's down a little lower. So E is up high. Is right here. We'll be using our hands a lot. It's called reflective learning. And when we use our hands, it is actually creating the path to your brain to make new memory neurons. Okay? That's why we use our hands. So don't be afraid to use your hands. So E, good. Everyone sounds great. I is just a tiny bit lower. It's like this. Let me see your fingers. It will be the hard one. Okay. Here's another way to do it. Like inside. Take your finger up to your teeth. Just Yeah. Everyone sounds great. Good. Fantastic. I have some fast learners. Okay. Let's start. Let's see. Viola, are you here? Maybe not. Okay. I'm going to mark you off. Okay. Caroline.
Yeah.
Okay. So just with the if we have fit, rip, in, sit. Can you read sentence number 1 for me?
Where is it? I cannot see it.
Do you have your document open?
Oh,
I
yeah,
sent
yeah,
it.
yeah. I got it. Uh-huh. From which one?
Page number 6. Page number 6. Learning E and I.
Like bed, did. You mean that? Hit, kid? No? Like short.
Don't throw a fit, right?
Well, on page 6. I'll show you where I am. That's okay. Here we go. This page here. Let's see. We want to get you on the right path here. Can you see my page in the screen?
No.
No,
No.
not it.
Don't see it. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's do this. That's the problem with the wonders of the internet. I will type the sentence in for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're on page 6 of the PDF that I sent. Accent Training 1. And it says learning E and I. So it's don't.
Throw a
I'll write it
fit.
for you. Don't throw. Rip in my seat. And I cannot sit. Okay. Seat. Oops. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Did I just lose all my text? I did. Okay. Don't throw. Oh, thank you for doing the screenshot. That would have been so much easier.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irene.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now. So should I read it? Yeah.
Yeah.
From the first
number 1. Please read number 1.
Okay. Don't throw a fit. There is a rip in my seat and I cannot sit.
Okay, very good with the I. Okay. Now, did anyone hear a few words that she could have said better?
Yes.
Okay. Who's speaking so I know who it is?
Okay, it's Victoria.
Okay. So which were the words that she could say better?
Don't throw. She said more like
Throw.
don't throw instead of like don't throw. I mean, I'm trying to speak like this, but no, it's more like
That's okay. So I know we haven't done the O sound yet. Okay, so Caroline, listen carefully. Don't throw.
Throw
A fit.
A fit.
Good. There is a rip in my seat. And I cannot sit. Very good. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Karina, number 2. Can you read that?
Yeah, okay. I need a meat for my meat.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay. And Caroline, did you hear some words she could say better?
Yeah, I think that it is so meat and meat sounded like similar for me.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So, Karina, listen carefully. I need a mitt for my meat.
Mm-hmm.
Try again.
I need a meat for my meat.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So, for mitt, let's put your finger right here. Mitt.
Mit.
Mit.
There you
Mit.
go. Mit.
Mit.
It's also number
Mit.
2. Mit. It. And meat, we bring our mouth out. Meat. Meat. Mit. Mit.
Okay. Okay.
Let your jaw relax. So E is tighter, of course. E is tighter. See how my mouth relaxes on I? E. 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 It's like I lose my smile.
E.
E.
Yeah. Okay. I can see.
Good. No, that was good. That was good. Yeah. Very good. All right. And this is good to have it in the group so we can hear what areas of correction. I like this. Okay. Victoria, you get number 3.
Okay. Don't quit. Imagine the trip is neat.
Karina, can you hear where she can improve?
Maybe neat. Yeah. Put your fingers here like you shown us neat.
Neat
Yeah.
is supposed to
Neat.
sound, neat. That means cool. Like neat means cool or good. Okay. So, Victoria, don't quit. That's a hard one because your lips are forward and then you're going to the relaxed is sound. So don't quit. Quit. See how my mouth goes open?
Don't quit. Don't quit.
Okay, do it with your finger here because I'm still hearing quit.
Quit.
Quit. There you go.
Quit.
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 That's better.
Quit.
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 Yeah, it's hard because you have the cool. Let's do cool. Everyone, I want to hear you. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Now, let your face relax. Cool. Like this. With no sound. Like that.